Hey everyone, it's Kim, the homeschooling Grammy, and today I'm coming to you with a look at my Plum Paper Planner. So I'm just going to kind of do a walkthrough of my planner, kind of show you how I use it. This is my second year using Plum Paper and I absolutely love it. This year actually I went with the teacher planner instead of the regular planner, so there are some things in here that are a little bit different. Not that I have utilized all of them yet, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with some of them because we're only on week 3 of our homeschool year, and I only plan like maybe 6 weeks ahead at the most. I found that if I planned too far ahead, I just got too frustrated in the past and felt like we were always behind or something. And for some subjects, I only do like a week or 2 in advance. So anyways, if this is something that you're interested in, stick around and we'll get started. Okay, everybody, let's get started. So first off, with Plum Paper, you can choose what kind of print you want for your cover. You can also choose initials or however you want to set it up on the front of your planner cover. You can do that. Like I put like Homeschool 2018, 2019, and I took out some of my personal information over here. And then it's a really hard, nice plastic cover here. And then this cover is super, super nice too. So as you go into the first page, it actually says Teacher Planner, Plum Paper, and then you can put your name and address and that kind of thing down here, which I didn't bother with. So then the next thing is a calendar that goes all the way through 2018 through to 2019. So it has 2 years worth of calendar. And so what I like to do, because even though I don't like to lesson plan too far in advance, I like to at least get an idea of what days that we're going to be schooling on and how many days we're going to school and the hours, because we need to keep track of all of that here in our state. So what I went ahead and did, because we started on the 6th of August, so for me, everything in purple is when we're having school. Pink means that we are off from school. So as you can see here shortly, we're going to be taking some time off. And if you've noticed, like a lot of my videos here lately, I'm kind of wearing the same thing. That's because I'm kind of crunching a bunch of videos because we're going to be going away so that I can spend time with my youngest grandbaby, who will be 1-year-old birthday party. We are super excited. So anyways, so as you can see, purple, pink, and I went through and said, then I also wrote the amount of days for that month that we'll actually have school. So like for August, we'll have 18, 16, 22, whatever it happens to be for that month. At least that's my plan. But we all know plans don't always go as you expect them. So I went all the way through, and our plan at this point is to be done right around May 15th. As far as the school district is concerned and the state is concerned, we tend to school year round anyways. So we don't necessarily, we won't stop after May the 15th, but it'll be a much later load, a much easier, laid back approach. So anyways, as you come through, there also is a place for special dates. Like whatever kind of plans that you might have coming up. As you can see, I don't have too many plans or goals at this point because I tend to fly by the seat of my pants a lot of the times. So it works for me. Okay, so we'll move on to August. So now what I do is I like to use this little clip. That way it opens right to the page that we're on. And so what I do at the beginning of each month is I use this note page for my read alouds. So actually for the month of August, we've been reading Farmer Boy. We've been reading Because of Winn-Dixie. And my granddaughter is absolutely obsessed with this nursery rhyme book. And it's a really old book, like from the 1960s. And it has the really old nursery rhymes in it that some of them are kind of, you're like, whoa. We listened to those kinds of stories back then. But anyway, she absolutely loves that book. So then you go ahead here and you will see it gives you like a whole month at a glance. So like for us, there's some personal stuff that I wrote in here for my reference, but like I will write in here, okay, so we had a field trip on this day. She actually went to a theater camp on this day. And she actually had a part in Hansel and Gretel, and that was like super fun. She was the mom. She was absolutely hysterical. And then we go ahead and you move into the daily planning after that page. So we didn't have school until the 6th, like I said. So then again, you will take a look. Kind of redundant, but I also put in here what read aloud that we were doing that particular week. Over here, I put what our first day of school was, the field trip that we went to that first week, and then as you can see, our very first day of school was pretty light. Basically just, the 3 R's. Kept it really simple. And I like to color coordinate. Yeah, I'm one of those people. So my whole life has to be orderly. My type A personality, I tend to do that kind of stuff. But anyways, everything's color coordinated. So as you can see here, I wrote, let me kind of flip it this way. I put my subjects here. So I have math, spelling and writing, language arts, reading, Bible and art, history and geography are right here. And we're going to also be adding in, I'm having a total brain cramp. But anyways, those are the ones that I have put on here for right now. So then go ahead and I write down what the plans are for each day, the pages that we're going to do in each subject. And this way, because my husband teaches sometimes, because I have other things that I need to do sometimes where my father is concerned. So it really helps if I have stuff written down for him. That way he just opens up the planner and he knows that, okay, on Thursday we're going to go to the CLE Bible and we're going to do lesson 2 and, what pages and that kind of thing. Makes it really simple for him. Makes it nice for me because then I don't have to give him the whole rundown of what's going on. So, as you can see, everything is color coordinated, and of course I use my FriXion pens because they're my favorite. And if you look closely, you will see that there were some things that I had to change up. We've been using All About Reading with my granddaughter, and it's working really well for her, but she is a very reluctant reader. So I don't ever plan more than 2 weeks in advance for her for reading because it just doesn't work. Because if she needs extra time, then I literally put on the brakes and we just stay there however long it takes until she gets it. But remember my brain cramp earlier, and I said we're going to add in something else. It's health and science that's in the bottom here. And I will actually be doing another video on the health that we chose for our homeschool. And I also already did a video on our science. So I will try to remember to put a link to that so that you can go ahead and check that out if you're so interested in. But anyways, as you can see. So we went up to here. Of course, I'm going to be off here soon. Like over here, for instance, for our science, we're going to be doing a scientific demonstration. So for me, I like to put what I'm going to need for supplies for that specific scientific demonstration. So I go ahead and I put my supplies over here so I know at the beginning of the week what I need to do. So then, okay, we want to go into September, same kind of layout again. You have the whole month at a glance. You go ahead and you start with your individual days again. We'll be coming back from my granddaughter's birthday party. So that Friday I was like, ooh, we are not going to do a whole lot. And then again, we'll be starting back up. And as you can see here, I haven't put anything here for reading yet, just because I just feel like, like I explained before, we were not sure where she will be at. History, we just got history actually in the mail a couple of days ago. I also did a video on that, and that is already been published. So if you're interested, I will also leave a link to the history that we are using this year. But as you can see, all the way up through week 6, I've gone ahead and planned for the most part. And again, what we're going to need for our scientific demonstration for that week. And everything after that is pretty much empty. So I'm going to kind of jump ahead because you get a basic idea. So you go to October. I would use this page for my read alouds, whatever it is we might be reading together. This would be like just an at a glance, whether we had field trips or some kind of a camp or whatever. It could be any number of things that I might put on here. And then you jump into the schedule and the planning pages. So I'm going to jump ahead just a little bit. Let's get past all of this. Now this planner, actually, you can choose when you want to start your planner and when you want to end your planner. So I chose to start this planner August of 2018, and it is going to go through July of 2019. So it goes all the way through July. Sorry, I keep knocking this. Let's see. So let's get to the end of July. And we'll see here it has a tab that says Homeschool. So there's actually a place here for your student's name, date of birth, age, gender, grade, your academic goals, your personal goals, your students' goals, academic and personal, your mission statement, your student's mission statement, any notes that you might have. And then it has a place where you can list your curriculum and your resources. So I am going to be utilizing this. I just haven't gotten around to it yet because, yeah, life happens and I'm just not there yet. But I will most definitely be making a list of all of my resources for each of my subjects as I'm quickly coming down on the deadline for me getting my IHIP into our local school district. It also has a place where you can list all of your homeschool supplies, where you can keep attendance, which I had thought about using this, but I like my other way of keeping attendance better. I actually, I haven't started doing it yet, but what I usually do to keep attendance is I go ahead, let me show you real quick. So you have this calendar for the month, and if we have school that day, I stick a cute little sticker on there and it says that we had school. So that way all I got to do is I go in and I count how many days we had school for that month. It's just easier for me, and I don't need to deal with this stuff in the back. I probably won't use it. I noticed that there's also a reading log, and maybe I'll transfer so I have all of my books instead of it being by month transferred here for the whole year. I probably will utilize this too. And there's also a place for extracurricular activities, a grading log. So we definitely won't be using the grading log. She's only in first grade. I'm not going to do grades at this point. I can tell how she's doing just because of teaching her every day. I don't need a grade to tell me that. So lots of pages for grading log if that is something that you use. Also a log for field trips, which then again, I'm going to make sure that I start using this too and transfer my information here. I just haven't done it yet. Yeah, I'm a slacker. And then thinking ahead. So it even gives you a place for next year's goals. You know, professional, organizational, planning goals, professional goals, that kind of thing. And then you go through and there's some checklists. I have no idea what I would use this for or if I'm going to use it, but there's plenty of space for checklists. If you are the type of person that likes to check stuff off, this would be the perfect thing for you. I kind of check stuff off as we go through our subjects each day. Like I'll just put a check mark next to the subject as we finish it. But I'm not really sure what I would use this for, if I would use it. But if you're a checklist person, that would be perfect. And then there's plenty of space back here for notes, like tons and tons of place for notes. And then beyond the notes is some, I don't even know what kind of paper you would call that. It's kind of got like almost like a grid type paper, but not really. And then it has a place for all of your passwords. I should utilize that page. I can't ever remember any of my passwords. I'm constantly hitting that. I forgot my password. Contacts. And then there's also calendar for 2020 back here. And then there's also a really nice place that you can store stuff. There's like a folder in the back and a folder on this side also. And then you go to the back of the planner. So anyways, that is a look at my Plum Paper Planner and a loose look at how I kind of plan for my school year. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like, and go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be notified when I upload new videos, and I will talk to you soon.